everybody, it's Holly. Hey, welcome back to my channel, Smile by Holly. It's wonderful to have you here. Today I am joining Lori Whitlock's March blog hop. And I don't have a blog, so I join in using my YouTube channel, Smile by Holly. So anyway, thank you so much for joining. We are going to be making the cutest Easter egg diorama today. I cannot wait to show you. The paper that I'm using is also by Lori Whitlock, and it's called Easter Basket. Would you look at all those beautiful pastel colors? There are so many darling designs. Here is the sticker sheet set. Look how fun. So let's just go ahead and I'll show you the cute diorama that I've made. So look inside. Now I have changed my diorama up just a little bit. If you look in there, let's show you the back of this. I have added a tea light. And it's fairly light in my studio right now, so it's a little bit hard to see. But when I put it up on my mantle at night, it really just shines through. It is so cute. So this is what we're going to be making today. I'm going to show you a couple of different variations. So if you can see the file above, it does come with a bunny and its own Easter eggs. But what I have used is I used some of the stickers in this paper pack. I used this bunny right here. And then I took some of the paper from the collection. Look at this cute little Easter egg paper. And I actually cut the Easter eggs out of this paper and used them for my Easter eggs that go inside. But I just wanted to let you know it does come with its own bunny that you could make either a chocolate bunny, a white bunny, or a pink bunny. And then you could just cut out the Easter eggs. But I did use a couple of different things, so I wanted to let you know before we got started. So let's bring in all of the different pieces. Isn't that just so cute, that little Easter bunny and the little chick in there? It does come with a double bow, which I love. You know I love bows. I did add this cute little watering can on the front, which I think really just pulls the whole thing out. But hands down, this looks so cute lit up at night. So fun. So let's get started. Let's bring in the different pieces and we'll just make this together. So I will leave links down below for this file. It's called the Easter Egg Diorama. So I've gone ahead, I've already cut everything out to kind of make it go a little bit faster. But here are all of the base pieces. Let's go ahead and just put this together. So let's take all of our base pieces and I am just going to fold on all of the score lines. Just going to put a little bit of music on, get everything folded, and I'll be right back. Okay, so everything is folded on all of the score lines. Now we can go ahead and start to put it together. Before we actually start gluing it, I have found that it's easiest to add the pattern paper onto it first. It just makes it easy when it's flat instead of trying to mold the paper around. I also think it's easier to get the paper on a little bit more straight when your project is flat. So I've got everything just kind of laying out and we'll add our paper first. Okay, so we've got all of our layering pieces on. We kind of move some of this out of the way. Let's go ahead and let's make the bottom part of the diorama. So these are the two top parts. Let's go ahead and make the bottom part. So we're going to do the bottom part first, and then we're going to add the insert in before we enclose the Easter egg. Okay. So I'm just gluing, this comes with tabs, so really this is just so simple to just kind of figure out how it comes together. So that's one long piece now. So now I'm going to put glue here, 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 and then enclose it right here with this tab. And there you have your completed half part of our egg, okay? Now, before we stick this part down, this is going to just drop down inside. Let's go ahead and add our embellishments. Now, this is where I did something kind of different. So this is the bunny that it comes with. Like I say, you could make yours different colors, and that is just going to slip down in there. What I have done, don't get me wrong, this bunny is adorable, but I think I am going to use some stickers. I'm just pulling off this sticker here, just to kind of change it up a little bit. So now obviously if I put that on there, his little ears and face are going to show. So I'm just going to cut that part off and use this bunny for my base because it has this little tab right here. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just going to add my Easter egg on top of that. Once again, we cut our bunny apart, but then this will just go down inside. Okay, so lots of different ways you can do it. So I'm going to add some glue onto this little tab, and then the shorter of the two tabs is where you'll either put your bunny or whatever you decide to put for the back layer. Okay, so there we have our back layer. The next one here is just this rectangle piece, and this is where you glue the Easter eggs on. And I thought this paper was so cute because it did come with the Easter egg designs. So I am just going to add, I think I'll add 3 Easter eggs onto this. And I'm just gluing them onto the base of this, okay? This does come with, let me see if I can find one of them. It does come with the actual Easter eggs with the tab, but I am just gluing my cutout Easter eggs onto this rectangle piece. I hope that doesn't get confusing. Like I say, I'm just showing you different ways that you can use this file. Maybe spur some of your creativity juices. Okay, so there are my 3 little Easter eggs, and I am just going to glue this down on the base here. Okay, there's a little tab right here, and I'm just going to glue that on just down in the middle of this line and then this line, okay? And that's when we will take our Easter grass. Once again, it does come with the tab, and we're just going to slip our Easter grass down inside that front tab. So I'm going to push it in, and I'm just kind of folding it down on the back. Do you see that? That is the back of ours. And then when it stands up, you've got that cute little Easter egg scene. Isn't that cute with the basket? Okay, at this point now, we are going to set this down inside. So I am going to put glue on all of my tabs, and then we'll just kind of lower it down inside. You want to do this before you make the full Easter egg, or you wouldn't be able to get this down inside. So once again, you just start out making the bottom half of this diorama. Okay, I'm going to fold all those in and then come down inside. I'm just kind of pushing on the edges like this to making sure that glues down. Okay, so look how cute. Isn't that just so fun? Now, this is where let's go ahead and glue the 2 top pieces together. And just like we did the base, we're going to glue this tab onto this and just make it so it goes around. And this is where you just want to make sure it lines up nicely so your Easter egg keeps the shape of the actual Easter egg. Okay, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and close up the top part of our Easter egg. And then go through and glue. Do you see all the little tabs right here? Let's glue those together. This keeps the Easter egg bending to the right shape. Oh my gosh, when I first saw this file, I loved this diorama. I remember, this is going to sound funny, but I remember making a diorama. I think it was like of a zoo or something. I think in maybe like 3rd or 4th grade. And it was absolutely, hands down, one of my favorite projects that I remember. And I think that kind of inspired my love for crafting this 3D diorama that I made clear back in grade school. I just had so much fun with it. Okay, so there is the top half. At this point, we can go ahead and glue our shape on top, and then also the pattern piece that will go on top of this. So I think I'll add my pattern piece first. That always seems to work out good for me. So I'm going to add this on. And then let's add it onto here, and you'll be able to kind of go up inside and push those glue tabs down. And then I will show you how I made my little opening in the back. It's not necessary, it's just I thought it was kind of fun to be able to have it open so you could add a tea light in there. So what I'm going to do now though is I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut up this very back piece just on the sides. I'm going to cut up on that. And then this will actually just fold down. This part will actually just fold down. Okay, then what I did is I took an extra Easter egg that came from the piece of paper that I was using, and I just folded it in half. Well, I think it's not quite in half. But then I glued the bottom part of this Easter egg. Like I say, I just kind of made this up, but I glued the bottom part of my Easter egg to where this was going to be kind of like a tab. Okay, so then you could pull this part down for the flap. So now at this point we've got our little flap there. Once again, that is optional, but now we can go ahead and glue this top part down. So does it seem like Easter is early this year or late this year? I'm trying to think. I don't know if it was last year or the year before that Easter was actually in March. So with it being in the first couple weeks of April, maybe that's just like a normal time. I'm not really sure. Okay, now I'm just going to set this down inside. I've got glue on all of my tabs, and I'm able to reach in and just line that up. I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm actually going to cut this tab right here. I actually put glue on it, but we don't even need this tab. So my bad for not telling you before we put glue on it, but we can just cut this tab out because this is just going to fold up and then close up our diorama. So what I did is I took a piece of Velcro and I cut it in half, and it formed the exact shape of the egg, and that's what I'm using to close up my diorama. So there we go. Look at the inside of that. So then let's add this onto here. The reason with this why I decided to just do the one bow and not the double bow is because I wanted to take some of the chipboard stickers. Now look how cute this is. Isn't that fun? And I thought I would put that up here on top. And then we would add our bow on top of that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we'll add our bow right there. Oh yeah, that's really cute. And then I wanted to add one more thing onto the front. What do I want? So that turned out adorable. And then back here, you've got the Velcro that just opens up so that you can put your tea light inside. And there you go. What do you guys think? Isn't that just adorable? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much to Lori Whitlock for this adorable little file. Once again, I will leave links down below. I thank you so much for joining today. It was wonderful to have you along. Hop on over to all of the other creative design team members. I'll leave links down below for some added creative inspiration. Hey, have a happy day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.